Samuel Robert Rivers, born on September 2, 1977, and passing on October 18, 2025, was a renowned American musician best known as the bassist and backing vocalist for the influential nu metal band Limp Bizkit. As one of the founding pillars of the group, Rivers helped mold the heavy, groove-driven sound that propelled Limp Bizkit into mainstream success in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Early beginnings and musical awakening. Rivers' passion for music sparked during childhood. While attending Arlington Middle School, he first immersed himself in music through an unlikely instrument, the tuba. This early experience helped him understand rhythm, timing, and ensemble performance. His growing fascination with music deepened thanks to his connection with John Otto, a talented drummer known for his jazz-influenced style. Their early friendship played a major role in shaping Rivers' musical direction. There was a long-standing belief among fans that Rivers and Otto were cousins. However, during the recording of Limp Bizkit's second album, captured in a behind-the-scenes documentary, Rivers clarified that while they initially thought they shared a family connection, they later discovered their parents were not related. Despite the lack of blood relation, their bond remained significant and instrumental in their shared musical journey. During his high school years at Bishop Kenny High School, Rivers continued developing his artistry. Although he initially learned guitar, a suggestion from his music teacher encouraged him to switch to bass. This change proved to be defining for his career, as he ultimately discovered his true musical voice through the instrument. Meeting Fred Durst and the formation of Limp Bizkit. Rivers' path to fame began with a simple workplace encounter. While working at a Chick-fil-A in a Jacksonville mall, he met Fred Durst. Their mutual love for music and shared interests, including skateboarding, quickly led to jam sessions. Rivers had already become skilled on bass, while Durst shifted toward fronting as a vocalist. Together, they formed a brief early band called Malachi Sage, which laid foundational chemistry even though it was short-lived. Rivers later made a crucial recommendation, bringing John Otto into the fold as their drummer. In 1994, the trio decided to form a new band, which would soon become Limp Bizkit. By 1996, guitarist Wes Borland and DJ Lethal completed the lineup, finalizing the group's signature fusion of heavy guitar riffs, hip-hop elements, and aggressive vocals. At just 19 years old, Rivers became the youngest member when their debut album $3 Bill, Y'all was released. Rivers' guitar background resurfaced during the making of the album. Results may vary, the only Limp Bizkit project without Wes Borland on guitar. During this time, Rivers stepped in to play both bass and guitar on select tracks such as Creamer and Lonely World, demonstrating his versatility and musicianship. In 2000, his talent was formally acknowledged when he won the Gibson Award for Best Bass Player, solidifying his status within the industry. Illness, departure, and return. In 2015, rumors circulated that Rivers had left Limp Bizkit due to degenerative disc disease. However, in 2020 he clarified that his departure was actually a result of liver disease brought on by excessive drinking. His health deteriorated to the point where he ultimately required a liver transplant, which he successfully received. During his absence from touring, bass duties were temporarily handled by musicians Samuel Gerhard Mpungu and Suzumi Okai. Despite these setbacks, Rivers eventually returned to the band. Limp Bizkit reunited in 2009, embarking on tours and later releasing 2 additional albums, Gold Cobra in 2011 and Still Sucks in 2021, which marked a long-awaited return for fans. Ventures beyond Limp Bizkit. During Limp Bizkit's hiatus, Rivers shifted his focus to music production, working with emerging local talent in Jacksonville. He produced debut albums for bands like Burn Season and The Embraced. Later, he became involved with Orlando-based band Endorphine, producing their new studio materials and helping them secure performance slots as opening acts for notable bands such as Mushroomhead and Soil. Rivers was briefly invited to join Christian Old Walber's metal project ARC-AEA, but scheduling issues forced him to back out. Continuing his collaborative spirit, Rivers joined forces with Burn Season vocalist Damian Starkey to form the band Sleep Killers, alongside Adam Latiff and Saliva frontman Bobby Amaru, who also had roots in Burn Season as a founding drummer. Sleepkillers released their self-titled debut album in March 2019. Musical influences and style. Rivers' musical inspirations drew from heavy metal and alternative rock icons. He admired bands like Black Sabbath and Megadeth for their raw energy and heavy tones. He also often cited Jeff Ament of Pearl Jam as a major influence on his bass-playing approach, particularly appreciating Ament's melodic style and emotive tonal control. Rivers primarily played fingerstyle bass rather than using a pick, contributing to his distinct groove-driven, fluid bass lines. Throughout his career, his bass gear evolved. He initially used custom Ibanez BTB 5-string basses, then shifted to custom Warwood basses featuring LED-lit fretboards. Starting in 2019, he frequently played 5-string Fender Jazz basses during live performances. In the studio, he was often seen using wall basses and worked with Ampeg and Warwick amplifiers to achieve his powerful stage sound. Notable collaborations. Rivers also contributed to several high-profile side projects, particularly in soundtrack work. He lent his bass skills to Marilyn Manson's Redeemer and David Draymond's Forsaken, both featured on the Queen of the Damned film soundtrack. Additionally, he played on the track I Have a Need by Black Light Burns from their album Cruel Melody. Personal life and passing. While Rivers largely kept his personal life away from the spotlight, he openly discussed his musical role models and his struggles with health, which influenced public understanding of his journey. His life was marked by resilience, creativity, and a deep devotion to music, even during times of illness. On October 18, 2025, Sam Rivers passed away at the age of 48. Limp Bizkit announced his death through their social media platforms, although the exact cause of death was not immediately disclosed. His passing marked the loss of a foundational figure in the nu metal world and left a legacy defined by innovation, dedication, and musical brotherhood. Legacy. Samuel Robert Rivers remains remembered not just as Limp Bizkit's bassist, but as a musician whose creativity shaped a generation's soundtrack. His rhythmic grooves, musical versatility, and contribution to the band's unique sound helped define an era of heavy alternative music, making him a cherished figure among fans and fellow musicians alike. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and kindly subscribe for more videos like this.